Hey guys, another day, another video. We have seen what are rendering of list, we have seen what are keys, and now today we are going to see what are indexing of this list and why we should avoid using index as keys. So without wasting any time, let's dive into this video. If you are new to this channel, you know what to do. You have to just subscribe to the channel and give this video a like. So in the previous example, we saw that we rendered some list and keys as index, right? We just rendered a key as an index, but a surprise comes that we should never use index as key. Now, why is that? We are going to see in this video. Let's start with what are the implications of using index as key. Okay, so the key should not have this index value. In real life scenarios, what we usually do, we just make a simple combination of these keys, like something like this. So what I'll do, I'll just add a string index, okay, with a combination, something like my name as well. So fruit dot name and fruit dot color. So this will give you a good combination, and it will also make your list keys unique, and hence it will not have any kind of implication. So what are the implications that we are talking about here are that we should not use index. We'll see in the following example. So let me just modify this example a bit. We still have the same apple, pear and mango, okay, as my values into my array, and we are just rendering the same thing. We are just simply rendering it 0, 1, 2. Let me quickly add something like a property called as id, which is 1, id 2, id 3, okay, and I'll simply print this id as well, fruit dot id. You can see over here that now this is an index value, this is my id, and this is the name, and this is the color. Right now we don't need it, so let's not make more confusing over here. We'll just simply remove the color so as to understand. This is my index value. The first value is index, the second value is id, the third value is my name. So I'll simply add a button. On click, I'll say insert at top. So I'm not going to do anything. I'm just simply going to add a hard-coded value just to show you what are the complications of using index. So before I do that, okay, this should be something, the fruit should be in my state, because I'm changing the state right now and I want my DOM to be updated, and doing something like this will never make any changes on my DOM. And hence what I'll do, this is a constant, I'll just say simply temporary fruits, a simple constant, but I'll create a state, use state, and this would be my fruits use state. We import it from React, and the default value should always be my this list. If you just see, nothing has changed, only the add button is here. We just have a simple add button. If you want to see what is happening to the add, if that is working or not, we'll simply say insert. We just added a simple console. If you try, yes, insert is working. Absolutely beautiful. Now by clicking on this add button, we are just going to add, let's say, another new element, peach or anything, at the very beginning of this before apple, and let's see what is going to happen to our list, what is going to be happening to our indexes, the list and everything. I'll just create a simple object, constant simple object equal to, I have a new id, that is 4, I have a new name, so it would be a new fruit like guava or anything, and let's say that color would be green. This is a simple object. I just want to push this object into my fruits. So what I will do, I'll just say set fruits, the existing fruits, whatever existing fruits are there, let it be, we are just going to push it in an array, and with that I'll just simply add my simple object. I hope this works. Let's see. Yes, so the new index is here and the ID is here, and the new element is added at the end of my list. But we want at the end? No, we just simply want it at the very beginning. So I'll just add it at the beginning and then expand the rest of my object. This is also going to work. Let me quickly refresh. Now when I'm going to look at it very carefully, these are existing indexes that are already there. So 0 is the 0 index is for apple, 1 index is for pear, 2 index is for mango. Now 3, even though I'm adding at the very top, it should be 3 at the very beginning, which should be given to the guava. But when I click add, it breaks. There is no error, but again the whole indexes is reset. 0 goes to guava, 1 goes to apple, 2 goes to pear, and 3 goes to mango. This is the reason we should avoid using indexes. You see what is happening? It is guessing the whole list is getting re-rendered, or in short, the whole list is getting the new index values. Okay, so guava is getting like 0, apple is getting 1, pear is getting 2, mango is getting 3. Even though IDs are different, irrespective of whatever the IDs are, but the indexes are again reset from 0 to and so on. Okay, whenever we do something like this, or whenever we sort the list, whenever we add something, whenever we remove something, our indexes get reassigned. That's the reason we should always avoid using index as a key. So when should we use it and when we should not? So I said that you should avoid using it, but you can also use it in very basic scenarios when you know that there is nothing, your table or your whole data, your list is never going to be sorted, something is never going to be added dynamically in between the list, something is never going to be popped out from the list in between. So when these scenarios are there, you can use index because it is very simple. Okay, it's a simplest thing. But when you know that your data is going to be populated dynamically, something is going to come in between, the listing is going to be jumbled up sometime in the future, then you should always avoid index, which is a very good practice. Overall, avoiding index is itself a good practice. Even if you go to the React official documentation, there it is mentioned that you should try and avoid using indexes. So let's see what are these important things. You should not use index in the following scenarios. The number one is when you have unique value or at least a combination to create unique values, try avoiding index. So at the very beginning, what we saw, we did a combination of like name and index. You can do that. It is absolutely perfect. It is absolutely fine. And it's a very good way when you don't have a unique attribute. Like I have an ID as a unique value, but even though when you don't have a unique value in your list, you can use some of the other combinations which makes it more unique. The second scenario would be there should not be sorting, addition, deletion, or any kind of manipulation of the list dynamically in the near future in your example. Then you should avoid using index. This was a short video, but it was a very important video from the perspective of performance. You get something out from it. If you have any questions regarding index, why again, or if you just want to add something more to this video, please mention it in the comment. If I have missed something or the other thing, I love your comments and I love replying to them. Thank you so much. I hope this was interesting.